Hey guys, Angel here. I am so excited. This is the last and final video for the 10 things that I believe that every millennial needs to know. So let's go ahead and dig right in for the last couple steps, or the couple tips that I have for you, not steps, just tips for you guys to have in your arsenal as you are going about life. So number 7 is this, that your income in life will be a direct reflection of the kinds of problems that you solve. I'm going to say that again. Your income in life, what you earn, your hourly rate, your monthly rate, your yearly rate, whatever it is, the value that you bring to the marketplace will be determined by the kinds of problems you decide to solve. Say, for instance, you go and you become a cashier at a local grocery store. Becoming a cashier, being a cashier, that's a pretty trainable job to a lot of people. So a lot of people can master the skill of ringing something out, receiving money, getting the proper change, and giving it back to the customer. Now, if you want to take it up a level, say now you want to become the supervisor of the cashiers. Now you want to become the supervisor or the manager. That takes a little bit more skill that a lot of people don't have. So because of that, if you can become trainable in that area, your income will become more. Your income will be a direct reflection of the problems that you are able to solve in the marketplace. Let's take it a step further. Say you want to go to dental school. You want to become a dentist. You want to help people feel better about themselves when they smile and show their pearly whites. That's going to require some schooling. That's going to require a level of commitment and a level of skill and trainability level that not everybody can do. So because of that, you now get to demand more from the market. Let me give you a better example. Say you go to a general doctor, your general family doctor, your practitioner. He's not making as much of an income generally if he is just a general practitioner, meaning he specializes in pretty much nothing, but he knows a lot about the human body. And so therefore he's able to address a lot of things. However, he doesn't necessarily specialize in it. So if you go to your family doctor and they say, your eyes are bad, they want you to go see a specialist, or they say that they want you to see a specialist for your lungs or your heart. Those people that you're going to go see, the doctors that specialize in a particular area, it's going to cost you more to go see them because they have a specialized niche in the marketplace that demands a higher pay. So always remember that if you become an author, if you write your own book, you can demand so much more in the marketplace because once you write a book, you are now deemed as an expert in the topic of the book that you're writing. So you then can demand more from the marketplace. So are you guys getting this? Are you guys understanding this? So your income in life will be determined by the types of problems that you decide to solve in the marketplace. The next one, number 8, is this. Now, this is something that is so obvious, but I want you guys to listen to it because a lot of you guys are telling me that you're listening to these over and over again, and I absolutely love that. So the next one is, you will not have a problem-free life. Once you get over one problem, the end of that problem is just the beginning of another problem. So do you understand and do you see that you will never, ever, ever have a problem-free life? A lot of people won't even make a move because they feel like they need to get all their problems solved. They need to get everything together before they step out and do something. Those people literally wait around forever. It is the people that get it. Like, okay, yes, I may have this going on, but my vision is clear and I know where I'm going. You can live a life that, yes, you will have problems, but those problems will not affect you. One of my favorite scriptures in the Bible is, those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, shall mount up like eagles and soar. And what I love about the bird, the eagle, is that it's able to soar above all the storms and all the chaos that's going on underneath of it. It's not that the eagle is problem free. The problems are all underneath of the eagle. And that's what it's like. That's the promise that we have when in the scripture, when it says, with God, all things are possible. When you are able to rise above your problems and your issues, that's when you're in unity with God. Because everybody's got problems, and most of the people are down here grappling with their problems and allowing their problems to upset them and alter their mood and alter their thought process and alter their direction in life. However, the people that choose to rise above their issues, like the eagle, that's when they are operating in their God-like state. That's when that scripture comes to life. With God, all things are possible. So always remember that the end of one problem is just simply the beginning of another problem. And you don't have to live a life where it totally frets you out all the time and you're always stressed and you always don't know what to do. With God, all things are possible. Number 9 is this. You will typically be known for 2 things when you die. Or not even just when you die, when you're still here on earth. People will remember you for 2 things. For the problems that you solve and the problems that you create. More often than not, people think that the average person thinks that a brand is something that only businesses have to deal with, and businesses have to brand and market themselves. People that are not entrepreneurs, people that are not business owners, just the regular person, everyday person. If you're not an entrepreneur, you are your own brand. You represent who you are. What people say about you is your brand. The only difference that a business does that the average person does not do in branding is that a business understands that their brand is a direct reflection of how the community or how the marketplace sees them. So they consciously make a decision to do their best to control how they are seen by the public through the products that they put out into the marketplace, the messages that they put out into the marketplace, the stores, Walmarts and Targets and Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks. All those companies, they just simply control how we see them. They do their best to control how we see them. That's all that's all branding is doing your best to control how the marketplace sees you. You will be remembered. That is your brand. Your brand is how you come into this world. Are you most of the time solving problems, or are you most of the time creating problems? Because that's your brand, and that's what people will always remember you by. The last and final one that I have for you guys is this. Always leave a place better than it was when you showed up. And I mean everywhere. When you guys do this, especially my girls in your 20s, if you guys walk into a store and you see hangers on the floor or a display that someone had knocked over and nobody picked it back up, don't be that person that says, well, I don't work here, I'm not doing this. Make that store better because you were there. Put your grocery cart, when you're done with your grocery cart, don't just push it over to the side or just throw it up on the grassy area. Go put it back where it's supposed to go. When you do things in decency and in order, people remember that, and you will be welcomed with open arms when you go places. So always remember to leave somewhere better just because you were there. Say, for instance, if I've got a young teenager watching this video and you go over to spend the night at one of your friends' house, make sure you clean up not only your mess, but contribute to the household. Ask their parents, do they need any help in the kitchen? Just make sure that you are being conscious that because you showed up, just the mere fact of you showing up You can change things. This is what it's meant by be the change that you wish to see in the world. If you wish your stores were cleaner, be the person that cleans it up. And you don't want to just leave a physical place better than what you left. You know, like I said, if you go over a friend's house or if you go to the store, don't just leave physical places better. Make people feel better. Make that your goal every single day. Just simply ask this question, which I ask this question a lot. God, help me make somebody else's life better. Help me be the change that somebody prayed for today. The mere fact that you are alive and on this planet is a clear indication that you were created to do something. So do that something every single day. Always make sure that just because you showed up, things just got better. And things could be great. It's not that I'm talking about just walking into a crappy situation, but things can be great. You know, you walk in and things just got better just because you showed up. You have that power within you, and you are able to activate that power through the personal development that you do, through your prayers, through your meditation, through all the things that you do to look yourself in the mirror. Because when you do that, you have so much more compassion for other people in the world. When you take the time to be by yourself, you realize you're not as perfect as you may think that you are sometimes, especially in a world where we live in a time where we're constantly judging people. We're thumbs up a video, thumbs down a video. We're constantly judging people, constantly critiquing things. And so because we do that so much in this society, it can be very, very easy to always look at ourselves with our rose-colored glasses. However, when you immerse yourself in personal development, you will find that you have so much more compassion for other people, and you become the person. You become the thing that you wish to see in the world. You become that change every single day. And I've got one last tip that I want to share with you guys. And I've seen this quote and I absolutely love it. And it's simply this: don't be like the rest of them, darling. I say that to my children because I don't want them to be like the rest of them. And what I mean by that is that when you see that the majority of the people, prime example, 3% of this world, 3% of the people in this world own 97% of what the rest of the world is working for, is living in. That, to me, when I learned that years ago, it blew my entire mind. When I say don't be like the rest of them, darling, that's what I mean. Don't think like the rest of them. And it's not just in the financial aspect of life. It's in, you know, when you go out to the store and it's raining outside, typically people say, oh, it's so nasty out. People are ready to complain about the smallest little things that people can't even control. Like, I'm mad or I'm in a bad mood because it's raining outside. Like, who can I get to call God and tell him to stop the rain? Like, that's what I mean. Like, those common conversations that you generally hear when you go out into a store, when you go out into the world. I'm always telling my children, don't be like the rest of them. You don't have to be like the rest of them. When you look at the CEOs of this world and the people that are at the top of their game, they're not doing what the average person is doing. The average person can't wait until Friday. The average person totally just sleeps in on Saturday and Sunday and just think that the weekend is the time to just turn up. If they're not asleep, they're turning up. The average person is not going to workshops. The average person is not watching videos like this. The average person is just going along to get along. The average person can't wait until happy hour. The average person can't wait until tax season. The average person lives paycheck to paycheck. That's what I mean when I say, don't be like the rest of them, darling. Look around, and whatever the majority of people are doing, you do the exact opposite and watch your joy level go up, watch your spirituality go to a totally different level, watch your income go up, watch your friendships go up, watch your confidence go up. Everything in your entire life will rise and change when you are the one that chooses to stand out and kind of look like a sore thumb in certain situations. Don't be like the rest of them, darling. I absolutely hope that you guys enjoyed this 3-part video series on the 10 things that I believe every millennial needs to know. I love you guys from the bottom to the top, and I will see you guys in the next video.